Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man DV. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell so you can know when we have new material coming up. Blessings, blessings. Today was my son's birthday. Turned 17. Shalom, shalom to him. We went out. He wanted to go to the steakhouse, so went out there and hung out with him a little bit. Blessings to everybody that's listening and tuning in. You know what I mean? And if you didn't see yesterday, the dangling carrot, the true cost of free money, you want to check that out. Very, very interesting topic. Today, I'm going to talk about the vitamin D. You know what I mean? The deficiency of the vitamin, a lack of vitamin D, and how it affects the mental health of not just melanated people, but all people, but for real, melanated people, for real. I remember one time, like I said before, I was feeling real bad, a couple of years ago, real bad, real depressed or mad, sad about something. And it was a scorching hot day, like in the summertime. And I just went outside and just sat on the porch. You know what I'm saying? I just said, man, I'm just going to go out here, sit on the back. And the sun rays just hit me. And I'm not kidding you. Man, I felt 10 times better. I felt so much better after I was sat in the sun, man. And we're going to talk about some of those things today. And I got some different articles I want to share, and a lot of times folk be like, man, y'all some conspiracy theorist dudes, man. Y'all ain't got nothing better to do with y'all time. But I'm here to tell y'all, John 10:10 say the enemy come to steal, kill, and destroy. Yahushua said, I come that you may have life and that more abundantly. And we cannot wrap our minds around or fathom that there's some people out here that don't have the best intentions for people, for the humans, for the human race. So let's go right into it. I'm going to share my screen. Blessings to all those who join it. What's one thing I like about these? Because you can share them later. You can not share them later. You can watch them later. Okay? Present. All right. Praise Yah. It's loading up. Vitamin D deficiency, mental health, and melanated people. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go over some different facts from some different articles and some things that I had got about the vitamin D. Vitamin D is very, very important to all of us. I meant to pull this one article out that said COVID is due to vitamin D deficiency. That's one of the reasons why you get it. You get it. Your immune system is down because of the vitamin D deficiency. And I meant to pull that article, but I didn't get it in enough time before this show. So let's get into it. The benefits of vitamin D. Let's talk about the benefits of vitamin D first, and then how we can get it, and then a few other little strange things at the end. The benefits of vitamin D. Vitamin D helps regulate the amount of calcium and phosphate in the body. These nutrients are needed to keep bones, teeth, and muscles healthy. A lack of vitamin D can lead to bone deformities such as rickets in children and bone pain caused by a condition called, I don't want to tell that rule, osteomalacia in adults. I probably tore that word up. Vitamin D and sleep quality. Research linked vitamin D to sleep quality. In fact, several studies associate low levels of vitamin D in your blood to a higher risk of sleep disturbance, poor sleep quality, and reduced sleep duration. Okay. Vitamin D and mood. Research has shown that vitamin D might play an important role in regulating mood and warding off depression. And I told you, I was feeling bad when sat outside, felt like $1 million. I mean, it was crazy. In one study, scientists found that people with depression who receive vitamin D supplements notice an improvement in their symptoms. That's facts. That's facts, because I actually went through that. Vitamin D in the sun. When exposed to the sun, your skin can manufacture its own vitamin D. We each have vitamin D receptor cells that, through a chain of reactions, starting with conversions of cholesterol in the skin, producing vitamin D3. When we're exposed to ultraviolet B or UVB from the sun, so Yale medical dermatologist David J. talked about this. So when we are exposed to the sun, keep up track with me. When we expose to the sun, it brings these receptors in our own body and let us create this vitamin D3, the UVB. So we need the sun rays, right? We need vitamin D. I think that's the only way we can get a healthy dose of vitamin D from the sun, because you can get it from fish oil, and it was a few other things. I think it's walnuts or something else, but it's not enough that you need. The best way to get vitamin D is from the sun naturally. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing, right? Sun activated, the precursors to vitamin D. What is? That is molecules that produce the vitamin present in your skin are activated by the sun. So these molecules are activated by the sun, almost like photosynthesis, right? Even when we grow on plants, and you take the plant and we sit it outside, it needs the certain proper soil, it needs water, and it needs the sun to grow, right? Some need partial sun, some need full sun, but it needs sun to create the photosynthesis to grow. All right. As we soaking in some morning sun, so we soaking some morning sun is a good idea health-wise. Okay. Weak bones, lack of calcium, and various skin and hair issues are triggered by vitamin D deficiency. Wow. Symptoms. All right, let's talk about a few of the symptoms. Symptoms of vitamin D deficiency can include muscle weakness, pain, fatigue. We talked about depression. To get enough vitamin D, look at certain foods and supplements and carefully plan sunlight. Okay. Immune. These studies show that treatment with active vitamin D is effective in modulating immune function and ameliorating autoimmune disease. I should have been practicing these words before I got on the air. All right, so this is where it gets real weird. So we talked about we need the sun, right? It helps us out. Vitamin D deficiency hurts us, and so we pretty much need the sun. So they got this project coming up, and see, this is the reason why people say, like, man, that dude, he just a straight conspiracy theorist, and he don't have a balance, and he think people out to get him, and he's the bearer of bad news. No, I inform people because I care for folk, and we know that we in the end times, and wickedness shall increase, and gross darkness shall increase. In Isaiah 14, Hasatan said, I will be like the Most High. I will ascend my throne above the heavens, right? He wants to be like the Most High. And he is the God of this world, lowercase g, God of this world. And so look what it says. Harvard scientists began experiment to block out the sun. Now, I talked to my middle boy about this. He said, that's dumb. How can you block out the sun? They shoot particles in the air. So people don't believe. I'm going to go right to the a group of Harvard scientists plan to tackle climate change. So they're gonna put it on climate change, right? If you hear that right now, we're talking about gun control, climate change, civil voter rights and stuff like that. But climate change, they're saying, okay, we had this bad weather in Texas and all of this stuff because of climate change and global warming and all that. So we got to block the sun so we can control climate change. Try to play God. A group of Harvard scientists plan to tackle climate change through geoengineering by blocking out the sun. The concept of artificially reflecting sun has been around for decades, yet this has been the first real attempt at controlling Earth's temperature through solar engineering. It's called SCOPEX. The project, called Stratospheric Control Perturbation Experiment, will spend $3 million to test their models by launching a steerable balloon to the southwest 20 kilometers into the stratosphere. Once the balloon is in place, it will release small particles of calcium carbide. Plans are in place to begin the launches in spring of 2019. So they already just started working on that. Sulfur dioxide. The basis around this experiment is from a study. It's from studying the effects of large volcanic eruptions on the planet's temperature. Back in 1991, Mount Pino in the Philippines erupted spectacularly, releasing 20 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere. This sulfur dioxide created a blanket around the Earth's stratosphere, cooling the entire planet by 0.5 Celsius for around a year and a half. Not like you say, DB, it's late, man. We not in science class. What are you talking about, bro? But once they seen this happen in 1991, oh man, it cooled it down and it made it darker. So sulfur dioxide is in this lava and this magma, and after the eruption, we can do that. We can send a balloon up there and block out the sun. Bill attempts a venture aims to spray dust into the atmosphere to block the sun. All right, now people, they would say, man, you done made that up. So I'm going to go ahead and go right to the article. I done lost somebody already. They're like, oh, man, I was going to spend my stimmy. You over here tripping. I'm going somewhere with it, guys. Let's see. Right here. Here we go. Here you go. Bill venture aims to spray dust into the atmosphere to block the sun. Now, this is not some little crazy site. You see what that says? Forbes, January 11, 2021, right? So they're going to shoot some stuff in the air and try to block the sun. Microsoft billionaire Bill is financially backing the development of sun dimming technology that could potentially reflect sunlight out of the Earth's atmosphere, triggering a global cooling effect. And the SCOPEX, launched by Harvard University scientists, aim to examine this solution by spraying non-toxic, calcium carbonate dust into the atmosphere, the sun-reflecting aerosols that may offset the effects of global warming. Okay, so that's what they're saying, right? So widespread research into the efficacy, the effectiveness of solar geoengineering has been stalled for years due to controversy. I bet. Opponents believe such science comes with unpredictable risks, including extreme shifts in weather patterns. You don't think? Dissimilar to warming trends already witnessing. Environmentalists similarly fear that the dramatic shift in mitigation strategies will be treated as a green light to continue emitting greenhouse gases until with little or no changes in the current situation. So basically what they're saying is they don't know what it's going to do. They don't know the side effects of this by doing it. And I don't know why we do these type of things. Say we, I'm talking about the human beings, man. Now I know to get people on board, and they probably be on board, all you got to do is put a celebrity on the news and say, hey, it's for stop global warming, and we'll believe it. But I don't know why we do these different things. Now, I just finished reading about vitamin D, and the best way to get vitamin D is from the sun. Melanated people need vitamin D. All people need vitamin D, but, and it's just the facts, when certain people stay out in the sun long, they get skin cancers, they get different things like that, right? That's why they got to put the sunscreen on if they're going to be out at the beach for long hours of time. You got to put a sunscreen on because there is some pretty tough rays. But we have where we were born. We got a natural sunscreen. We got a natural coat. That's why we can take in that vitamin D, and it's good for us. So we don't want to block the sun. It might bring more depression. It might bring fatigue. All of the different things that I named before. We don't want to block the sun. We want the sun to stay put. We want the sun to shine at us when it's the morning time to shine, and when it's the nighttime, don't shine. And then, matter of fact, I think it's a part and some parts in Alaska when the sun don't shine a lot. It's dark so many times, so many days during the year, and it's a lot of depression and different things that's going on, and suicidal tendencies and stuff. It's kind of weird, man, but we really, really need that sun. Okay, so I'm gonna show you another screen. Show you something. Stop. All right. Share. Also, Bill, brother, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, and I'm not making this stuff up, right? And I know it messes some because we got a safety. We live in the matrix, and we don't want to be challenged or touched by it. Look, Bill is about to change the way America farm. The co-founder of Microsoft and his wife take on Auspice's debut in 2020. Lands reported 100 as America's largest private farmland owners. This was in January 15, 2021. Call it a hunch, but the story did not jive. I scanned the headlines for a time and then read and reread pertaining to details. Something was missing. Either I had screw loose, he was just talking about like he couldn't believe it. According to the Tri-City Herald, 14,500 acres swath of choice eastern Washington farmland in the Horse Haven Hills of Benton County had just been traded hands for almost $171 million. That is a gregarious deal, and one pensions about $12,000 per acre, right? So he owns all of the farmland, well, a lot of it, right? He owns a lot of the farmland. I put it right there. I just showed you he owns a lot of it. So again, the way my mind thinks. All right, sister Knitting Moore, shalom, 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 shalom. Pensy Lola, shalom, shalom, shalom. Bless you guys. But that's how I think. I'd be like, okay, he went from computers to vaccines to buying up all of the land to try to block the sun. And I was like, what's going on? So I just think like that, man. I know the direction that we're going in, and I'm not bringing fear or hate or anything like that. I know the direction that we're going in as a world system, and it's been prophesied in the Bible, man, by Daniel, and even Yahushua himself talked about it in Matthew 24. These different things. So it's been prophesied. It's been talked about. So, and even if you take remember I talked about the dangling carrot, right? Right now it's no force. They say, please take the jab. Go ahead, take the jab. And a Krispy Kreme, if you know, boy, you take the jab, we give you a donut. Serious. And it's not just about the jab, but I'm saying they're going to get a global reset going on as Schwab and some other big name people. They're coming together. They're trying to get a global reset. They're going to crash the dollar. I told a teacher this today at school because they asked me. I stayed to myself, and he said, well, what do you think about blah, 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 blah? And I hit him. I spit that literature. He was like, wow. Well, I'm going to be ready. I'm like, you're going to be ready, bro. You ain't going to be ready if you ain't got the Most High. And that's what I'm getting at. We need the Most High. You know, the enemy come to steal, kill, and destroy. Yahushua said, I come that you may have life and that more abundantly. So we need vitamin D. Check. The sun is a producer of vitamin D. Check. They're trying to control how much sun we get, which will control our bodies. Right? If they can block it and stop the sun from shining, next thing you know, we are depressed, walking around here mad and sad, and all the symptoms that I talked about. Right? We need the sun to grow, photosynthesis to grow. Right? So I don't know what these people are doing. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not scared. I'm not worried. I'm just sharing information with you guys. But it's kind of weird, though. You know, you need the sun to grow your crops on all of this farmland that you own, right? So that's crazy. And so people be like, man, people ain't like that, man. You a conspiracy. I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you something. It's going to blow your mind. They might take this video down. The chemtrails. The chemtrails. Oh, bro. So let me show you something. I was tripping off of this. So people don't believe that the chemtrails, again, spraying particles in the air. People don't believe in the chemtrails, bro. But I'm going to show you some pictures, right? Let's go. They might take you down when I show. Some of these pictures are old, but check them out. All right, so when we see those little white lines in the sky, right, and we like, oh, you know what I mean? That's nothing, you know what I'm saying? Those are chemtrails, and they say they change your mood, they change your atmosphere. They can cause respiratory problems like asthma and different things. Like they can control it because they have barium. We're not supposed to inhale barium. Now you're like, okay, Brazil, he went off the deep end. He went off the deep end. Check this out. Right here, U.S. Army. I'm not a conspiracy theory dude, and I hope they don't take this video down. It says Team Chemtrail, spray and pray. Right? They're in the airplane, smiling and profiling. I'm not making this up. You see, and this right here, this is going to be considered anti. When we go against the narrative, it's gonna be they're gonna call it they're gonna censorship and hate speech and all of this. This is y'all pictures. You was excited to take a picture with a chemtrail sticker, right? Right. So this is one of the switches inside the plane, and this is they come out of these things right here. I'm telling you, man, people is crazy. So when people say, man, why you ain't taking a jab, man? Man, you gotta trust, man. You gotta take the jab, because people do things, man, that's just crazy. We had not only the Tuskegee, we got so much other things that goes on. They trying to block the sun. Not even CERN. Check out my series on CERN. I did that back in 2018. Man, people. And again, this is not a fear tactic. This is not to make you depressed. It's not none of that. It's just to show you the reality of the world we live in and why we need to trust in the Most High. All right. So let's check this out. Look, he out there. He happy. Got his thumbs up. Team Chemtrail, spray and pray. They are spraying stuff, bro. This lady, she's sitting here smiling. These are some of the vials in there. Now watch this. Okay, he got the spray and pray. He up in there. These are what they look like. I know y'all see these a lot. in our neighborhood, right? No, but I'm gonna show you one more. I'm gonna show you it's a different one because I thought I was gonna get the barium one. I didn't even stop the screen. This is the last thing, and then we're gonna pray. We're gonna get out of here. And some folk, I just want to show y'all some stuff, bros. Love y'all, man. All right, so here's some of the pictures. They got a patent. Boom. A patent. It's in French and right here. But they got barium, aluminum, and I forgot what the S word is. I can't see it. They got a patent for this job, Joe. I ain't making this stuff up. I ain't trying to make. Okay, we seen that picture, seen that one, but I want you to see what they got one is with the barium. Okay, filling it up. Amen. Okay, they got the plane diagrams. They got another U.S. patent. Light scattering pigment powder particles surfacing treated to minimize blah, 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 blah. Talking about what it do. I'm telling you, bro, how to spray it out. This right here. This is what I want to show y'all in closing. This right here. I want to show y'all. Ooh, bro. I don't know why we. Okay, this is another one of the patches. Now, I'm telling you, bro. Look, it says, don't just spray them, bury them. And they got a patch with a tombstone and BA. That's the barium if you do chemistry. Barium. Don't just spray them, bury them. Bro, I'm not making this stuff up. And because I'm a little fish in the big pond, they're going to plug your ears in and then maybe it'll go away. Right? Don't just spray them, bury them. How you going to make a patch that say that, man? Then these folk, they're coming on here checking it out. They're looking all excited and happy. I don't know who these folk is. I think this might have been over in France or either England as well. All right. So they just walking on and checking it out and stuff like that. So I'm like, now if we talk to these guys today about this and say, now what's the purpose? What is the purpose of spraying barium in the air? And what's the play on words with the patch saying don't just spray them, bury them? That is terrible. We live in the last days, ladies and gentlemen. We are around some wicked people, and that is one of the reasons, not the main reason. One, I know the direction we're going in. Two, I know Hasatan is the God of this world, lowercase g, for a season until Yahushua come back, right? That's why he said, this is not our home. We're passing through. We can't let no dangling carrot take us away from the will of the Most High, right? We got to seek his face, right? And it's different thing. I'm not saying we can't enjoy stuff. I'm not saying we can't enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying we got to stay focused. He'll keep you in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee because he trusted in me. But I'm telling you, man, I just scratched the surface with that. I just want to show that, man. But it's some stuff that's in that jab that 49 side effects listed on the CDC. Folk, they all happy. They take it. Take the first one, take the second. Oh, it's cool. I feel good, man. Okay. But I believe it's going to be a series of jabs. It's going to be a series of them. And what it's going to do is going to rewrite. I'm going to say it. It's going to rewrite your DNA. It's going to make you, they try to make you a subhuman. And I know that sounds real science fiction-y, you know what I mean? Because we can't believe like people are doing these different things. But when you're under the influence of a fallen angel and you want to be in control, you'll do anything. You'll say anything, right? They got a patent on the Ebola shot thing. I got that patent too. You know what I mean? Patent number. So my thing is this: if it's just come out of nowhere, and it's just created out of nowhere, right? Why you make a patent? So it was created in the deep jungles of Africa on a monkey's back, a monkey's paw, and then you come up with this jab, and then you turn around and patent it. No, you patented before. It's chemical warfare, ladies and gentlemen, at its finest. It's chemical warfare. I know. I sound like I don't know, but I just love my folk, and I don't understand that. And so we got to walk circumspectly. That's why we got to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves, right? All my shows can't be like this because you're. That's why I balance it out. You feel what I'm saying? So we're gonna open up prayer. Subscribe, like, share, man. Tell other people about it, man. We just got to be focused. And if Yah be for us, who can be against us? He is the only one that's really for us. I mean, we may have a few allies, you know what I'm saying, but no one can love us like Yahushua HaMashiach. No one can love us like Yahweh. Nobody. And so he said, come out of Babylon, my people. He said, return to your first love. He wants us to return back to him, man, and get focused. And my birthday is March 28th. It's coming up. My birthday is on the first day of the Pesach, Passover. And Yahushua is the Passover lamb. And so we'll have a nice Passover service or acknowledgement. And that's the only thing I'm saying. Even if we don't understand everything about everything, we can at least acknowledge it. Like all of our feast days, we've been told and taught that, oh man, that's under the law. You ain't got to do those no more. Those are old. We the New Testament people. And we follow everything. We time to wear green, we put on green, time to wear red, put on red, we put up trees, we dye eggs, we do all this stuff. We do all of that stuff, right? But then when it comes to the things that was ordained by the Most High, it's like, we ain't got to do that. Season come, season go. So we are moved by these different seasons. So we got to break out of that matrix. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying we cannot enjoy life, right? Right now it's March Madness, right? Right. He said that we don't have allies. Shout out to Lynn. Mine is 29. Yeah. March baby's in the house. My son's birthday is today, the 25th, and my Uncle Mark's birthday today, 25th. My other middle boy, his is March 17th, and then mine is March 28th. So that's going to be a blessed time. And yeah, man, because he has no ill will, no intention. He has no dangling carrot. You know, he tell you the truth. And I remember one time after he fed the multitude, he said, you must eat of my flesh and drink of my blood. And basically, you're going to have to commit, you know, if you really want to, you know what I'm saying? He told a rich young ruler, he said, rich young ruler was reading his resume. Man, Yahushua, man, I did everything. I didn't kept the law since my youth. He was just reading his resume. He said, take everything you got, sell it, take up your cross and follow me. And it said the rich ruler walked away sad because he had much great wealth. He had too much to lose to follow Yahushua. He had too much to lose. Now, I'm not saying martyrdom. I'm not saying being a pauper and being poor. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is these are just resources. All this stuff down here is resources, right? He said, heaven and earth are going to pass away, but my word won't pass away. And he is the word. You say in John 1:1. He said, in the beginning was the word was with Yah, and the word was Yah, and the word became flesh and dwelt among men. Emmanuel, Manuel, right? So all this going to pass away, right? But his word will never pass away, right? And he'll never leave us or forsake us. So I didn't do that to show y'all all of that stuff to spaz y'all out. But it's just when I see and I heard about these different things, you get set back for a little bit and say, man, why do people do that? But then on the flip side, I know that y'all got me, and it gets me focused. It gets me more focused on the kingdom and the things of the king. And so we need to just communicate and we got to operate out of wisdom, and don't spend your stimmy all up on flat screen TVs and Jordans and stuff like that. Connect with like-minded. Pray to the Most High if you got your stimmy or your taxes or whatever. Connect with the Most High and say, hey, who should I partner with? Right? You put your resources together. All right, this thing might cost $18,000 or whatever, but if we got so many families putting up 2,000, we can handle it. We can lift it together, right? So whatever it is, man, warehouses. I mean, just different small business. You might need some startup capital for that small business. Get with the like-minded individual, get that small business going on. You know what I mean? And see what's going on with it, man. So we got to be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather eat. They say rather eat bones with crumbs than steaks with snakes. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to be eating steaks with snakes, man. We don't care about the king's bread like that. Feel me? So, Father, in the name of Yahushua, HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ, we thank you for your grace, your mercy. You said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw men unto me. We lift you up. We honor you. We worship you. We adore you. Father Yahweh, you said you'll be a light unto our feet and a lamp unto our path. And we thank you for being that lamp so we can be able to see the scorpions and the pitfalls and the snaps and the snares and the traps set before us and the venomous vipers, Father Yahweh. You said cast your cares upon you, Father Yahweh. We cast our cares. We're not going to stress. We're going to cast our cares upon you because you care for us, Father Yahweh. And we ask you to lead us and guide us into all truth, Father Yahweh. You say they that hunger and thirst after righteousness shall be filled. Let us hunger and thirst after your righteousness. Let us hunger and thirst after the things of you, after the things of the kingdom. And we pray in your Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ's name, we pray. Amen. Subscribe, like, share this video. Hopefully they won't take it down. I try not to use certain words because they be tripping. But anyway, I gotta do what I gotta do, right? All right. So holla at y'all. Oh, who was that say? Oh, Blacktastic. Man, you gotta play this one back, man. Shalom, brother. You gotta play this one back, man. It's some crazy stuff going on out here, man. Just with the trying to block the sun and do all kind of stuff, man. I just be sitting back. Like, you ever see Color Purple? Whoopi Goldberg be sitting. Mister was trying to cook the breakfast. He ain't never been in the kitchen, and she just sat in that rocking chair just looking like, dude, he finna. And then as soon as he tried to put that match down there, she was gone. That rocking chair was moving fast. She was out of there. She like, hey, he about to mess something up. So when we try to play God, and not let the Most High be the Father Yah, that we are bound for trouble, man. So we got to warn people, stand in the gap, and share with other people. But brother, share this back, man. I mean, watch this back. It's interesting. All right. Salute and shalom.
Perfect.